Good day, everybody out there. We're talking about things to stop inflammation. Stop it in its tracks. Get rid of that inflammation. And inflammation causes so many things. Hey, this is the world's best health coach. Inflammation causes all kinds of things. It causes stomach problems. It causes intestinal problems. It causes digestive issues. It causes joint pain. It causes headaches. It causes aging. These foods I'm going to go over with you today, my top 10 list. I'm going to number them from number 10 all the way up to number 1. We're going to go over my top 10 foods to help get rid of inflammation. Get it out of your body. Chuck it on out of there. So, number 1 on my list, and why this is so important, all this has to do with aging. Everything I'm going over today has to do with aging. Inflammation is one of the biggest causes of problems that makes your body ache, feel crappy, and age. If you want to live an additional 20 to 30 great years, live to 100 to 120 years of age, and have an amazing, awesome life, you've got to decrease or stop inflammation as much as possible. The more you can do this, the better for everything. The better for everything. Anxiety, digestive issues, stomach issues, intestinal issues, joint problems, muscle swelling, cellulitis, heart disease is inflammatory. So many things have inflammation in them. So the more we can get rid of inflammation, and it comes down to what you put in your body and how you take care of your body is going to determine your health, how you feel, and what's going on with your life and your quality of life. And everything I want to do is help you have a better purpose in life, not better purpose, be able to do your purpose better. You're put here on earth for a reason. And I know you know what it is. You have to do things to feel better, be able to do and accomplish more of your purpose here. And if we do that, we can make this world a better place. We have so many issues going on with the country and the world right now. If every single person made a little bit of improvement as far as helping other people with their purpose, this world will change in an instant. In an instant. I have no doubt about that. So let me help you do your purpose better. Follow me, listen to me, subscribe to me, refer me to others. My top 10 list of foods that's going to help you kick out that inflammation. Make you feel better. Make you live better. Make you more of a joy to be around. To help with your magnetism, that certain je ne sais quoi, whatever it is that people like being around, is when people feel good and they have a purpose and they're helping people and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. People love to be around these type of people. So this is my top 10 list of foods that will help you get rid of inflammation. Number 10 on my list, beets. Beets are, you're going to see more and more advertisements for beets all the time, online, everywhere, because you see like the super beets, beet powder, things like that. Beets are great. They help increase your red blood cells, help decrease inflammation. In fact, I believe a lot of long endurance athletes eat a lot of beets to help increase their red blood cells so they can perform better with marathons and whatever they're doing. But that nitric oxide in there is great. Number 9 on my list. Foods that are rich in enzymes like papayas, mango. Papayas have a lot of enzymes in there, like proteolytic enzymes that break down proteins. Mango, kefir, which is a fermented dairy. Sauerkraut. In fact, I'm having sauerkraut tonight for dinner. Fermented foods is probably one of the most forgotten foods, at least in the United States. People don't eat that many fermented foods. Real fermented pickles, not like the pickles you get in a jar, but if you take a cucumber and slice it up fresh, slice it up, put in some water and some vinegar in there and some seasoning, and let it sit for about a day or two. That's like a great fermented food. So all kinds of fermented food. Most people don't even know what kefir is. There's other types of fermented foods, but that's a good list to start with there. So foods rich in enzymes. If you can't get those enzymes through food, well, then get some supplements. There's lots of great supplements out there that have the proteolytic enzymes, the carb enzymes, and the fat enzymes with that. You want to have all three of those. Number 8 on my list of top 10 foods that's going to help you get rid of inflammation in your body. Number 8, cruciferous vegetables. That's a big word for you. Cruciferous vegetables are great for your liver. They help detoxify the liver. They help cleanse the liver. They have a lot of chromium, vitamin C in there. Cruciferous vegetables are things like broccoli, bok choy, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower. There's more than that, but those are the most common ones with that. Number 7 on my list of top 10 foods to get rid of that inflammation, pineapple. It's really high in bromelain, and I like to get pineapple already cut up because it's a kind of kind of a big a big chore to get it cut up, and it takes a lot of time for that. So when I go to the store, I get the ones already cut up in a big plastic tub, and it's great to have that pineapple. All right, number 6 on the list, celery juice or celery oil. They're great for your digestion. They're great for your digestive system. That's great for your nails, especially the celery oil. I like the celery oil. It's really a lot more concentrated and a lot more effective with the results. I like the standard processed celery oil, but you can get that with different, what do you call those? Essential oils. Number 5, we're going to the top 5 on the list, the top half now. Turmeric or curcumin. Turmeric is that orangey spice that you see in a lot of Indian food. It has something there called turmerone, which is a really strong antioxidant. So that turmeric's really great for your digestive system. It's great to help get rid of inflammation. It's great for your brain. It's a protective thing for your brain. They call that a yellow brain. If you dissect somebody, do an autopsy on someone that's had a lot of turmeric, their brains have a little bit of a color to it, that yellowy orangish color, and that's from eating turmeric, and it's really protective. So you have a lot less likely of dementia and other brain problems if you consume turmeric or curcumin. And get it from a fresh source, something that's like I talk about all the time. Don't go get the cheapest stuff out there that's on sale because it's been sitting in the store for 2 years, or it's just a cheap product. It's not very good. It's not a good sourced one. It's probably a off-brand type of species of turmeric. Get the real stuff that's really good. You're going to pay more for it. But if you can add an extra just 10 years to your life, 10 great years, and say you only make $50,000 a year, that's $500,000 over 10 years you'll make, in addition to what you're going to make right now. An additional $500,000. Do you think you can afford a couple extra bucks for some really good turmeric? All right, I like the standard process turmeric. You can get that it's cheaper to get it in the liquid form, and it's more effective, but you can get that. A lot of people don't like the taste of it, so they like the capsular form. It's going to be more expensive like that, just so you know. All right, greens, not grains, but greens, like dark leafy greens, like the seaweed, like spirulina and chlorella. All these greens are great to help get rid of inflammation out of your body, and especially in your arteries, but anywhere. It's great for you. I love my spirulina and chlorella. I take them every single day. I take them in a supplement. I just buy them through Amazon. It's pretty reasonable, and they're good quality ones. All right, number 3 on my list, ginger. It's another essential oil. It's got gingerol in there, which is a phenol, which is really good. It's got gingerbane, other types of enzymes in there, but that ginger is really good for inflammatory problems throughout the body. All right, number 2 on my list is bone broth. Bone broth. That's another forgotten food. We used to get a lot of bone broth in our meats and stews and things like that, but we usually don't cook too much in the United States anymore with bones. And if we do, like the turkey, when you cook it for Thanksgiving, people eat the turkey and they throw away all the broth. The broth is where all that bone broth is, the good stuff in there. So get a good quality bird to start with for Thanksgiving, and make sure you consume that broth. You can put that in a smoothie. I love putting it on a baked potato instead of butter. It's awesome for that. It just soaks it up and makes it taste really good. You don't have to salt it. You don't have to season it. You don't have to butter it. It's good just like that. I love dipping bread in that. If I do have bread, though, it's going to be gluten-free bread, and we'll go over gluten some other time. But yeah, that bone broth is awesome. You can make smoothies with bone broth. If you get a bone broth supplement, it usually comes in a big jar like this. And it comes in different flavors. It can be regular. It can be, I see it in vanilla, chocolate. A lot of people will do chocolate bone broths. You can add some seasoning to it. You can add something like some cherries or some peppermint oil. Different things like that that are really good for your body, good for inflammation, good for your digestive system. And it tastes pretty good. All right, we're to the top 10 list. We're to the top 1 of my top 10 list. The number 1 thing that's a food that helps soothe your body, helps calm your body, gets rid of that inflammation, gets rid of that hot spot, whether it's in your joints, your brain, your heart, your digestive tract, your stomach, your liver, hot spot in your colon. Maybe you've got colitis, Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome. These foods are great at soothing and calming down those hot spots. And the number 1 thing on my list, what do you think it is? I've gone over 9 of the top 10. There's 1 category left I haven't gone over. It's my number 1 go-to. I think you need to barrage and get all of these things. But I see the most effects with this one thing. If you just had to do one thing, I would do this. But my advice is for you to do all of these. The more of these you can do, the better results you're going to get. The body's just not broken down in pieces like so many times the medical professionals want you to think. It's a unit that all works together, and it's usually just not one thing that's wrong with it. You're not just missing one of these things. You're missing a bunch of them, if not all of them. So the more you take these things, the more you can attack this from all different sides and get the results that you want to get. So the top number 1 thing of foods that's going to stop and get rid of inflammation in your body is omega-3 oils. Now, again, if you're going to take a supplement, please, 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 I beg you, I beseech you, do not get the cheap oil. That's one of the worst things there is that you can buy cheap in the stores besides vitamins. Don't get the cheap oils. They are more of a harm to you, can be more of a harm to you than the expensive ones. The expensive ones are not going to be a harm to you. They're going to just help you out. So get a good quality one. There's fish oils. There's salmon oils. There's sardine oils, mackerel, black cod, anchovies, chia seeds, which are really high in omega-3s, that has a lot of fiber, helps with your estrogen to get it more balanced where it needs to be. Flax seeds, walnuts, all of these list of foods I just gave you, the more you can eat of these foods, the better. Now, if you're getting the fish seafood things, make sure it is not farm raised. Farm raised anything as far as seafood, fish, stay away from. You don't get the same quality you get in the ocean. Now, in the ocean, you have to watch out for mercury that can be built up in fats, especially things like tuna and the larger fish. I like the standard process omega-3 oil. They test it for those metals and make sure that there's not too much metals and mercury in there. It's at a really low level. If it's above that, they don't accept it and they don't use that. So I do like, for my go-to supplement for omega-3 oils is from Standard Process up there in Wisconsin, called Tuna Omega Oil. And it comes in a pearl, and it's probably about a 1/4 inch diameter. And if you have a lot of inflammation, you really need to barrage your system with that. So I would take them anywhere from 10 to 12 of those pearls 2 or 3 times a day. With that bone broth, I get a lot of that bone broth. A lot of green leafy. Like I said, I like spirulina and chlorella. So I take anywhere from 10 to 20 spirulina tablets per day. And the chlorella are really small, like the old aspirin. And I take anywhere from 20 to 60 chlorella tablets per day, depending if I'm trying to clean things out or not. When you start taking these anti-inflammatory foods, they're going to cleanse your body. You're going to get a lot of detox too. So it's really common to feel crappy, like you've got the flu, somebody punched you in the gut, you've got a bad headache for a day or two when you start doing this. So make sure you get plenty of water with this. But that means what you're taking is working and it's doing what's supposed to be doing. So if I have a problem and I have a headache from it, or stomach pain, some type of detox side effects, I'm like, I don't like it, but this is a good sign. It means it's working. Do not stop then. That means double down, go at it more. But realize that after a day or two, for most people, it goes away. Usually after a day. If it's really bad, it might be 2 or 3 days, but it'll keep getting a little bit smaller. So try that and see how effective this is to get rid of inflammation in your body. It works amazing. Like I said, try all of them. I would try to barrage it. Just like if a military, if they're going to strike an object, they don't want to just do one little thing. They want to hit it from as many different spots and angles as possible. And that's when you use this top 10 list and you use all these 10 things on your body each day, you're going to take that inflammation and you're going to hit it from all sides, and you're just going to blow it up and kick it out of there. And that's what we want to do. Man, I love these foods. All foods are great for reasons. The different fruits and vegetables and meats, the what do you call those herbs? All the herbs, they're there for a reason. They were put on earth here for us to use for different types of things, to make our body well, to keep our body well. So take advantage of what we know and what can help you, and what we used to do all the time that we've gotten away from, that we are just now scratching the surface just a little bit and getting back to. So get on this today and stop that inflammation. Hey, if you guys want to follow me, I'm the world's best health coach. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on LinkedIn. Join over about 12,000 followers on LinkedIn with me. You can follow me on YouTube channel, World's Best Health Coach. I want you to live better and live longer. And on the next show, we're going to go over other things besides food, besides these foods I just gave you, that can decrease inflammation. Different types of technologies and things that you can do to help really overcome really horrible inflammatory problems and diseases. All right, you guys have a great day. I love you guys. See you on the next show.